What's up, YouTube? It's Scotty Flo here from Power Surge World. Today we're doing a pitch analysis here of John, and we're going to pair him up to Jacob DeGrom. So, normally when I do a analysis, I usually say that they're not doing A, B, and C right. So, as a result, they're not achieving optimal hip to shoulder separation, so they're not throwing as hard as they could. But with you, like you said in the email, you throw low, low 90s. So you do achieve very good hip to shoulder separation, as you can see right here. We're just gonna draw it quick where your hips are completely open and your shoulders, your arm is cocked all the way back, just like DeGrom. His hips are completely open and his shoulders are really cocked back. That's 80% of velocity. And that's why you're throwing like low 90s. However, there's a lot of other stuff where if we correct those stuff, you'll be throwing a lot harder because, yeah, hip to shoulder separation is 80%, but the force you generate is the other 20%. So you could even see DeGrom, you see how powerful he is. We're going to go over it soon, don't worry. But you see just how forward and how explosive he is compared to how slow and how open you are. I mean, you're explosive, but it just takes a long time. All right? So let's get started. So we're going to take both of them into leg lift. So with you, you have a very big leg lift. And there's really, honestly, there's no point to it. You just go straight up, straight down. And yeah, your hips are moving, but the key aspect when you do a leg lift is you want to look at your back knee and your back ankle. So if you look at your back knee here, we'll look at DeGrom's too. Put a circle right here. This is your lift leg. We'll see. We'll wait for it to move. It moves a little, and then it just stays. So you see it stays. And now it starts moving again, like right at this point, right here. While with DeGrom, he's here, he starts moving immediately. Just like you move a little bit, he keeps going, he rides it down. So he's here, he keeps going the whole entire time. While with you, as a result, you see his force vector, which is ankle to knee. It is like 50 degrees. You see it's almost into his front hip. While with you, we're going to get you in line, that right before you explode, which is right here, that it's up. All right, you're exploding up. It's not, it should be more vertical. That's also a result of your front foot. All right. So we got into lift leg. I said that's really a big thing. A big part of delivery is you had to go more forward. I wouldn't really lift your leg that high. I would lift it a little less. I would start going forward a little bit sooner. Inches in the beginning of delivery is feet at the end. All right. So you're here. You close off well. All right, but then I said it takes a while for you to get your knee moving. You sit back, you're so focused, it seems like you're really, really focused on sitting back and loading that back leg, getting torsion in that back leg, which is good. You do a great job at it. But as a result of that, see when you want it when your front knee, when your front leg breaks your front hip, that's where you should measure your hip to shoulder separation, your force vector. So you see how far DeGrom is off the mound, right? This is right here. And see you're leaning really back. All right, you lean back the whole time. Even your upper body is back. It's leaning back the whole time. You see right here. While DeGrom, he's more straight up and straight down. Like here. All right, so you just have to attack more forward. That, yeah, it's important to get torsion on that back leg, but you just have to go more forward. All right, so then as a result of this, because you have almost a vertical force vector, which is your ankle to knee, compared to DeGrom's, who, I mean, it's a result of going forward. See, he goes forward quicker than you, and then his force vector is 45 degrees, seems like around there, and yours is like 60 degrees. Or we could even draw an angle quick, where, I mean, here, I mean, you get the point. So it's just it's very horizontal. So then as a result, you're exploding up, and you go down. So here, vertical. Then you start exploding. You explode up. You get full extension. That's really good. You have very, very good triple extension, but because it's up, that not all the power is generating into that front side. So you go up, and then down, and then as a result, if you look at the chest thrust, you have good external rotation. You see it's 9 degrees. That's good. Right here. But because of the force up, that you're not getting a lot of force into your front side, so then your chest, it's almost vertical. All right? It's like 10 degrees. While with DeGrom, because he really exploded into the front leg, let's just look at that again. This is so important. Where if you look at you, right, you're here, you explode up, you're really explosive, right? So you have a lot of force into front foot, but you could have a lot more. And down, up, down. While with DeGrom, he just goes straight into it. All right, so now both of you have very good hip to shoulder separation, like I said before. But then, like I said, chest thrust. This is DeGrom's maximal chest thrust, and this is yours. So I'm not even saying that if you measure how much force you generated into your back leg, then you probably have similar numbers to DeGrom, but because you exploded up, then it's not translating as much to the ball speed, all right, as DeGrom is, where it's translating to the front leg more because he pushed more into the front side while you left energy like up because you exploded up, and so you don't have all the energy you generated off your back leg into your front side. All right, and then pitch release. So you can even see here that you're struggling a little to get through. You see you're like pushing out a little, where if you just look at your back leg, it's a very good indicator. Where you see your back leg, your back foot is just rolled over. While with DeGrom, he attacks so forward that he's dragging it straight, which is a result of that forward attack into front foot strike. While you go up and then just roll over. All right. Also, I mean, you land here. Yeah, you almost have, maybe you're throwing the ball a little bit early. Like you could explode a little bit quicker, but that's really the least of your problems. I think that's just a result of exploding up. All right. So just for a quick recap, I would really focus on just going forward quicker. You're leading with your hip well. You do delay your back foot well. You can see you're leading with your hip. Your hip goes first, then your knee lags behind, which is good. I would keep that, but I would just shorten the leg kick a bit, like up to here. See DeGrom, it's about like 100 degrees. You can even kick it up to like, this is where DeGrom probably kick it, but you go all the way up here, right? It's unnecessary. You cut it short a little bit. You go forward more, which is and the indicator of that is you could look at your back foot, your back knee, where it's just straight up until, I mean, it moves a little, like I said, but it's really just vertical until right here starts moving a lot quicker. While with DeGrom, it just smooths immediately. It goes smooth into it. It just goes faster, faster, faster. Well, with you, it's wait and then put on the speeds. And then, like I said, you explode up. So then if we look at the speeds of amount of force that your max force that you generate is probably right here, right? You're here because you're at full extension. But because you explode up, that this isn't as much power into front foot. So you really want to time your force so you peak speeds at front foot, because so then you could transfer it into your upper body and throw really hard. Like DeGrom, he slowly goes faster, 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 peaks it at front foot, stabilizes, gets maximal, gets a lot more chest thrust because of the force transference, and then he throws the ball. While with you, explode up, you peak forces early, but because you explode so hard and you delay your arm really well, then you're able to get very, very good hip to shoulder separation. That's why you throw hard, but you don't have the best chest thrust because don't have the best speeds. You can see where you rolled over. You have to generate a little bit more force, and you lock out. You throw the ball. All right, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed the analysis. If you have any questions, you could just email me at powersurgeworld@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a lot out of it. Scotty Flow out.